Now, 184 members of parliament have today voted to increase the value-added tax on fuel from 8% to 16%, while 88 of their colleagues opposed it following debate at the conclusion of the third reading of the bill yesterday. In today's equally charged debate at the floor of the August House, Minority Leader Opiyo Wandayi stated that the Kenya Kwanza government should have cushioned the so-called hustler from an increment in the cost of fuel, adding that if the Finance Bill 2023 is passed, it will mark the beginning of the fall of the Kenya Kwanza regime. And as Kennedy Kimani now reports, National Assembly Majority Leader Kimani Ichung'wah, however, defended the tax on fuel, stating that it is the lowest in the East African region.
A heated debate ensued today on the floor of the August House as members of parliament debated on various proposals in the Finance Bill 2023. 184 members of parliament voted to increase the value-added tax on fuel from 8% to 16%, while 88 of their colleagues opposed it. According to the National Assembly Minority Leader Opiyo Wandayi, the increment on the VAT on fuel will increase the cost of living in all aspects.
Madam Chair, we all know for sure that fuel is a driver of our economy on all facets, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, if there is one thing that this government should have done to the so-called hustler, was to cushion the hustler from an increment in the cost of fuel. Madam Chair, there is nowhere in the law where we are compelled to have a uniform rate of VAT on all products and services. VAT rates can vary, and they have varied before. Madam Chair, if there is a demonstration of the lack of interest in the welfare of the border, if there is a demonstration of the lack of interest in the welfare of the Mamamboga, it is this decision or attempt by the Kenya Kwanza government to increase VAT on fuel, Madam Chair.
Majority Leader Kimani Ichung'wah, in defense of the fuel tax, stated that even at 16%, VAT on fuel in Kenya is still the lowest in the East African region, with Uganda at 18%.
VAT rate at 16% in the region where our country is a market leader and the strongest economy in this region. VAT in Kenya, even at 16%, is still the lowest. Uganda being at 80% on fuel. Our friends in Tanzania, Rwanda, also at 18%, Honorable Speaker. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, we did promise in the campaign that we will reduce taxes and reduction of taxes on fuel, Honorable Speaker.
A Kenya Kwanza MP Gathoni wa Mushomba, who has gone against the coalition stand on the bill, said that the parliament cannot afford to add more levy on fuel because fuel is a catalyst of everything.
To our citizens of this republic, we cannot afford to add more levy on fuel because fuel is a catalyst of everything, from production to marketing and to the welfare of the people. Madam Speaker, I want to be on record that right now our people are suffering and production, especially in our rural areas, is going to go to zero if we add tax on fuel. I therefore would want to say,
so that we debate objectively, on to the point. Kenya in the first place is a developing nation. We are not yet developed. I'm hearing noise.
Honorable Bensouda, I know you're a teacher, but for now, be the member for Homa Bay.
Yes, I'm giving 2 minutes. I want to be very fast. Now, honorable members, we know that, hold on with your point of order. We know that the country is a developing nation. And when we are developing, we must be progressive in any issue that we do. I also agree that we cannot run this country without making strategies on approach. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, after we have taxed nearly everything, there is no need of pretending of executing and implementing a 16% taxation. Honorable Speaker, I want to tell you that this government talked about creation of employment to our youth. It is a very clear statement that most of us do not have employment opportunities, and the industry that must be supported when it has been proposed by the kissing incentive is the border border. And border border sector requires fuel. That is just one. Even the Honorable
The finance bill seeks to raise additional revenue in taxes in the region of 130 billion shillings to finance the Kenya Kwanza administration's 3.6 trillion shillings budget for the 2023-2024 financial year. Kennedy Kimani, Hope TV Newswatch.